So on the agenda for this week is a lot more mixing. You might have guessed it. Doing a lot of mixing at the moment. I need to finish up 2 instrumental songs for incognito mode. I need to probably make more instrumental songs. I'm kind of thinking about swapping all of my catalog over to a new distributor from DistroKid. I've had no problem with DistroKid. They've been amazing, but just exploring some other options. So that's going to be something that I'm looking into this week. Also looking into a grant to do some cool stuff with kind of like young up and coming artists. So that's another thing that's going to be taking up some time this week. So yeah, plenty to do. I did post a poll asking if I should do weekly videos or keep doing the kind of daily, like, 4 or 5 times a week kind of video. Didn't really get a lot of people voting, understandably, I guess. So not really sure what I'm doing there yet. Don't know if this is going to continue being a daily thing or turn back into a weekly thing, but I guess we'll just kind of see how we go. First on my agenda today is I need to bounce out some mix variations. Let's go. Sometimes when I'm mixing, it's weird. Like, you do the same thing over and over again and you process kicks and snares all the time, but then you have this song that you're working on and you're like, man, why is the snare triggering the compression so much and why does it sound so bad? There'll just always be a song that just does you in. It's quite funny. Like, you feel like as you get better, you're like, yeah, I can handle all of these situations, but then there'll just be one that just confuses you. So that's normal. It's a very normal thing to happen. If that happens to you, don't let it sway you. I'm currently balanced in a squat. It's not very comfortable. But yeah, I'm trying to do more push-ups because I'm worried I'm getting too fat. So I'm just trying to be active in between sessions or in between mixes or in breaks, because gotta stay fit, otherwise you die. Thank you, that's my TED Talk. So I made my decision. I kind of was pondering it for a little while, and the conclusion that I came to was I think it'll be better if I do one video a week, so just compiling all the days into one video, and then also doing one video on the producer place, which will be like a tutorial, not like rambly long video. It'll be like straight to the point. The main reason why I feel like this is a good decision is my habit, like my repeat pattern is I'll do something really intensely for like a week or 2 weeks and then I'll completely stop. I think it'd be better if I just like set myself up slowly for a weekly video and I do that for a long time as opposed to trying to hustle out a ton of videos and just stopping. So that's the decision. Hope that sits well with you. So it's Tuesday right now. There wasn't a video last night, which should have been where the video came out, but starting next week, Monday nights are my time, so probably Monday mornings for most of you. I don't know what's going on here. I'm having like not productive days yesterday and today. I'm just so distracted. Like I'm kind of slowly getting through stuff, but then there's just these other things that kind of keep catching my attention, these other decisions I have to make, and it's just like as I said, I'm getting through stuff, but I'm feeling distracted. So I feel like I'm coming out of, a session or coming out of a mix, and I'm just like my head's everywhere, which is kind of not the best feeling. But that's okay. Like this kind of stuff happens. Some weeks are better than others. Just kind of depends on the season, I guess. I feel like this is a moment right now where I'm having a lot of imposter syndrome and a lot of doubts. Which is funny because it was kind of last week that I was feeling great. It happens. I've had just a mix that's kind of been troubling me a little bit, which again happens. Like not every song is smooth, I guess. But it's quite funny how much just having something that's a bit difficult can kind of sway your self-confidence. It'll be momentary, it'll pass, but I guess if you're going through the same thing, just know that it happens. Happens to everyone. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. I go get some sunlight and go for a bit of a run or a walk and come back and hit this mix for the rest of the day. How you doing?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's just, I'm doing a dynamic creative thing, but yeah, it's just kind of spending all of the money on one ad basically. Hello, welcome. It's Friday right now, so I didn't film anything yesterday. That was mainly because I'm kind of getting a bit sick. Yesterday was mostly mixing and also just kind of my brain just wasn't working. I feel like that today. I've just been sitting on the couch. It's 1:13 right now. I've been sitting on the couch doing website stuff, which is super important. It doesn't necessarily feel like something that you should spend time on though, because like I have songs to kind of work on, but I was just kind of like my ears just don't feel like particularly. I don't know. It's just like I don't know if I'm gonna make great mixing or production decisions today, so I'm just gonna do a bit of admin stuff. But yeah, it does. You kind of do a few hours of that, and you come out and you're like, wow, I just wasted time. But it's, it's foundations. You have to do it, so it's not a waste of time. But it's definitely not making music. So. But on that note, if you are a producer or a mixing engineer or anything in the space of that, and you're kind of trying to do this thing and make money and do it as a career, it's so important to spend time on the business rather than in the business. I'm paraphrasing and stealing completely from like the Six Figure Home Studio podcast or creative podcast, and many other people have also said that, but it is so important because if you're in it, like you're just, you're mixing, obviously you want to get better at those like skills inside of it, the mixing, the production, songwriting, all of that. You have to remember that you also need the system. I don't know what this is, but the carrier of you mixing in this box, that system needs to improve as well, whether that's website, making sure that you're getting leads properly, whether that's like your email systems, whether that's just like your processes. It kind of just a step beyond the actual mixing and production. But when you're about to mix, do you have a checklist? Do you have all of that stuff? It's just kind of boring and really, really unappealing, but it's so important because that's the kind of stuff that will allow you to actually like improve and become more efficient and do more projects and close more projects, all that stuff. So I think if you don't dedicate any time to do that, you definitely should. It can be 20 minutes a week, 30 minutes a week, an hour a week, an hour a fortnight. Just having a bit of time to actually improve things. Like it's like kind of, if your house has problems, like you live in your house, but sometimes you have to fix your house to make the living better. It's kind of like that, I guess. What a great analogy, Nick. I feel a bit guilty. I feel like this week has really not been a good filming week. Maybe that's all weeks. I saw some videos of me from like 10 years ago, and I apologize so much, and I definitely still do as well today. Like it's this theme of me where I'm like, this video is pretty bland. I've always done that. So maybe the videos aren't bland, and maybe that's just how I actually view myself. Yeah, hopefully next week will be kind of a bit stronger. I think going forward, aside from also just documenting life, there needs to be a point to the video, I think. Like I don't think I can just put up the camera and just film. Like there needs to be a point, I think, a topic or just some kind of, like I think the goal that I want from you watching this and kind of chilling with me, I guess, is one, just to relax. Like it's nice to just chill, just kind of watch something, hear some stuff, maybe there's a bit of advice. But yeah, also like I feel like I want there to be learnings from it, and like these kind of conversations where it's about, how do you like improve the business. So I think just, my thought is to kind of improve that, I guess, and just have a bit more of forethought of what I want to say in a week, just because I think like I want there to be value beyond just entertainment. So yeah, it's kind of like riding that wave, riding that line. And depending on how, I guess, productive I'm feeling, I do want to start posting weekly videos on the Producer Place on YouTube. Basically what I used to post here was tutorials and occasionally like these kind of videos or just like me making a beat. Now I want this channel to be purely just the like, life and making music and stuff, and then the Producer Place is purely for just tutorials, so they're kind of distinct places so that the algorithms know exactly who to feed these videos to. I think that stuff's really important. And just kind of like separation from my mind. Sometimes it can be overwhelming if I'm like, oh, should I post this type of video or this type of video, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, it gets a little bit like, ugh, decision fatigue, but having those like places, one for both, makes more sense. So hopefully I'll get to that this afternoon. I have plugged it before, but I am doing a weekly newsletter. There's a link in the description. Basically, it's kind of just like me detailing some stuff that I'm using, like plugins or hardware, free or paid, that I'm enjoying. It's a tip that I'm kind of implementing or thinking about, so maybe it's working in your business, working on the business, and then just some music that I'm listening to, or sometimes music that I've released or been a part of. So it's pretty small. Generally it's like less than a few minutes to read, and I think there's value in it. So if that sounds like something that'd be interesting, you can go check that out in the description below. Didn't really intend this little like dialogue at the end to be kind of the end of the video, but I guess it kind of feels like it is. So I'm gonna do the usual thing, roll the very, very boring video of the back of my head and play some music that I've made this week, and I hope you have found it helpful and enjoyable. If you have, hit like, hit subscribe, comment below. Comments are amazing for the algorithm. And if you need a mixing engineer to help elevate your productions, check out my website, my new website that's hopefully working, because right now it's not. Anyway, catch you later.